go to the bottom, the distance is so much shorter that you make up some ground temporarily, but then you lose it with the momentum on the exit of the corner. Look at how loose the 48 car was right there on the entry.
They're all moving around a ton. These cars are wiggling all over the place. They're driving really hard right now throughout the field. They're sliding around and moving around on the exit of the corners. You just see each car is not handling the way they want.
Yeah, this is out of the back of Austin Hill to number 21. Looks like there could be some fluid, some oil, maybe some water come out of the back of that car. We'll have to see if there's any issues with him.
That's one way to keep the competition away. Oil slick everywhere.
Oil slick, absolutely.
Just wreck the field behind you, right?
See, Ryan Sieg's got, it's a little bit different. We saw Sheldon Creed backing up and trying to generate a run. I don't see that same thing happening from Ryan Sieg. See if he can generate a run. Creed's not going to be content here. He's going to pull out a line once he can generate a little bit of a run. Or as you see on the bottom, the blue car, the number is it 26?
Thompson.
26. Yeah, Thompson,
if he can get a little bit of a run, Creed might pull that. You want to time that out so you have a little bit of momentum. You can see they're all kind of checking up right there as the draft is working.
Toyota's trying to mount a charge in that low lane.
Oh!
And there goes Nick Sanchez. 48 into the wall.
Very similar to what we saw in the first race. As they're checking up, you can see all. I was just going to say, like, every time you see a car squirm, it's because there's a little bit of impact from behind. Creed got into him just a little bit too hard and got him turned into the fence.
And to your point, what they were all trying to do is sort of control the run there and be able to drop down and create that run that they wanted as the bottom lane was forming. And so there was a lot of bumper tag happening. It just happened in the worst place where these cars are the hardest to drive is the entry of the corners and the tri-oval. They're the lightest. They're just out of the racetrack a little bit. And Sheldon just got back into the back of Nick Sanchez in a way that he couldn't control it.
The Whelen caution lights are on. Whelen, the official warning lights of NASCAR and America's most trusted manufacturer of emergency lights and sirens. Another rookie with damage in this race. They have felt the effects here today. It's caution number 4 of the afternoon.
Yeah, we'll take another look at this right here. You see that Sheldon Creed in the 00 pink and blue car. He's going to get into the back of the 48 orange car right in front of him, and it's not that much contact, but as Parker said, you're vulnerable right there. You really want to get into somebody just on the exit of the corner and then generate that push all the way down the straightaway. Hitting him on the edge of the corner, just not good, but he maybe was getting a little bit too much of a push from just Allgaier right there who was behind him.
Just creating the runs, and you just want to keep pushing right here. And it's also sort of the angle you hit. If you hit them a little bit too far to the left, that upsets the car. And right at that point at the entry of the corner, it's just the toughest. I did the same to Austin Hill at Talladega at the end of last year. Spun him out without barely even touching him because the cars are so light at that point of time. And this is just a mistimed bump draft that you just, you know, it happens in this racing because you're pushing. You're being aggressive. You want to make the moves and create the momentum, but the risk of that is what we see here.
Yeah, it's just such a great example of how light the back of the car is on entry. It's hard to explain. That's why you see them swatting the steering wheel back and forth on the entry of the corner. It just doesn't take much to get them around.
Stage 2, going to end under caution. Get out the broom. The sweep today for Austin Hill, who's